Hi everyone, welcome to BYJU'S Classes, your own channel, 8 to 10.
Well, we also have BYJU'S classes. We're used to saying that. This is just for YouTube. we planned we will say this right. And then good evening, everybody.
So, this is the first glimpse of the term 2, right?
Yes.
Science sample paper. So, I think this is what happens. Na? The first time, you know it will happen, but until you get something, sample paper, then you know it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's real. It's real now, right?
Real.
Hey,
Exams.
hello. I see some familiar faces, names on the chat. Good to see you folks here.
हाँ, कल भी थे यार आप लोग तो.
That's nice. Good stuff.
Yes.
So you guys are watching 8th grade videos and 9th and 10th. That's great, but okay, great. That's really nice to have you all here. Yeah, I think you are familiar that this is a subjective paper. That's the main difference now, right?
Yes.
Questions wise, we have a lot of bio today.
Yes. 7 questions from bio, that's a great thing. Easy questions.
Achha, do you think it's a great thing, first of all?
For me, it's a great thing, yeah.
I think in term 1 it was lopsided. It was chemistry zyada the. It was
Yes.
mostly chemistry than yeah.
So but I think still bio में there are 7 questions, physics and chemistry 4. But in physics, the kind of questions they were, no, I mean, they were quite descriptive.
मुझे डर लग रहा था. मुझे देख के डर लग गया figure वगैरह. I'm just.
हाँ, बड़े से questions थोड़े से.
What do you think? I saw you all somewhere. Yeah, on this channel, यार. Harry Minati.
Chemistry is favorite.
Yo,
nice.
chemistry. Okay, sorry. Yeah. We go.
You all somewhere. अरे यहीं देखा होगा.
हाँ, और कहाँ देखा होगा? इसी
यहीं पे
channel
मिलते हैं,
पे.
इसी
सड़क
channel
पे
पे.
देखा होगा तो अलग बात है.
वो भी साथ में तो नहीं देखा होगा.
Yeah, unless you've come to the BYJU'S office, which is yeah, that's possible.
Yes. मतलब तो है ही. So we have 15 questions and उसमें से we have the split 7 question of bio, 4 are of each, and of course then we have these amazing things. Now,
So I think Ashish sir, over to you.
Okay, sure. We'll get back to the same order, right? We'll do chemistry first. then
Not
we'll do-
complete the syllabus. अरे तू कौन बोला अभी खत्म करने को?
अरे chill
Okay.
है. Time है. Sample paper अभी is come out.
Yeah.
We are here to finish the syllabus now. Don't worry.
चलो,
Right. Where
bye-bye.
Ankita go? All right. Okay. Yeah, we'll see you soon. So yeah, 15 questions. You got to attempt them all. There is some physics gangsters. Yo, यार you're changing your loyalty. अभी तो बोला था chemistry अच्छा लगता now. You're like physics cool, bro, cool. दे दिया धोखा already. शुरू भी हुआ session. Nice. Okay. So yeah, 15 questions. You got to attempt them all. But internally within questions, sometimes there's choice. Okay. When the questions come up, we'll talk more about that. Yeah. And बहुत time है अभी तो what? It's February. No, it's not even February. It's January. Chill है. We've got you covered. Yeah, there are internal questions, internal choices in some questions. Sometimes you've got, like in question number 9 chemistry, the whole question has a choice. But let's get started very quickly. There's a total time of 2 hours to do this. Yeah. Different types of questions. Over here, you know this from sample paper. Let's just get started right away with the whole chemistry section, right? The main thing is that they also gave us a marking scheme, right? As to how to deal with each and every question. You like all subjects? Good. Yeah, you gotta like all subjects. You paper देना पड़ेगा, पूरा ही paper है. So yeah, sure. Yeah, quickly going over the instructions. All questions compulsory. Just everything is on your sample paper itself. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. Marks are here. The main thing we are gonna do is gonna talk about all of that half plus half, 1, etc. What does that mean? We'll go over that. Okay, let's get started with chemistry. We have first 2 questions I think in chemistry, right? And then I think question 8, 9, and 1 more. We'll see. Okay, first question. This table shows the electronic structure of 4 elements. Okay, identify which elements will form covalent bonds with carbon. Has to be non-metals, right? Hey, awesome. Rita, you like studying BYJU'S? That's good to know. Download the BYJU'S app. Shah Rukh Khan says better. Sorry, I can't do that. But yeah, do it. Check it out. It's fun. Yeah, you've got to identify which ones form covalent bonds with carbon. Non-metals. Out of these, I'm pretty sure this is not a non-metal. These look like non-metals, and this one here is a noble gas, right? So it's got a fully filled electronic, the last shell. Okay, so I'll get rid of this. It's this and this, which is PNR, which is the answer, right? Easy question, and you get marks for each of them. Half and half mark each. That's what that half and half mean. Okay. If you want to know what this is oxygen. What is this? I think this is chlorine. Is that right? PNR. Okay, cool. So mark PNR. I think we did another session on Friday, right? Friday evening, late evening, where we were like, you gotta write PNR. Don't write oxygen and chlorine. Be careful about that. To the point, yeah? Okay, next part of this question. Carbon reacts with an element in the above table to form several compounds. Yeah. Carbon forms CO, CO2. Those are small ones. But what about this? CCl4, CCl, CHCl3. There's so many compounds of carbon, right? Look, you know this. The answer is easy. B11 squeezy. Yeah. You got that. That's on my mind too. So, 2 reasons you know this. It can form 4 bonds, right? The electronic configuration of of carbon is 2 and 4. The number is, atomic number is 6. So it can form 4 bonds, and usually these are covalent bonds, yeah, especially with which ones? P and R, right? And yeah, the other idea is catenation. It's a consequence of this idea itself. You'll learn more in higher grades, but these are the 2 points that you need to keep in mind. Okay, it has a valency of 4, it's tetravalent, and the other one is catenation. And maybe a small figure like this would really help. So again, half plus half. Cool. You want to move on? Yeah. Okay, everyone's getting this right. Awesome. Be careful. I mean, there are tiny diagrams that you can just draw, right? You don't have to make it colored and fancy electron dot diagrams. That's all you got to do. Yeah. Draw the main chain and then just add on edge the hydrogen ones. A neater version of this would be nice. That would get you there. Okay, this one's a fun question. Periodic table. I really like the periodic table because, yeah, I just do. It makes you think a little bit, doesn't it? Which elements would react together, form covalent compounds? Very hard question. It's definitely not, yeah, we'll put a cross here. Yeah, because this one's a metal, for M for metal, and NM for non-metal. So non-metals, when they react with each other, they're going to form covalent compounds. Okay, which is going to be Y and Z. That has to be the answer. I know the marks allotted here say half and half, but I'm pretty convinced if you go and say W plus Z, you're not going to get half a mark. Okay, it's not like you get one. I'd be really surprised that happened. Okay, Z and Y and Z, cool, both of them work. But I'm just saying, because this is not a covalent compound. This is, you may argue like, say, hey, I got half the part right, but dude, W and Z is not a covalent compound. Okay, there's going to be, so that may not fetch you marks. So do this aram se, slowly, easy question. Between the two elements W and Z, which will have a bigger atomic radius, and why? Look, this way, radius, short form here, decreases, okay, across the period, left to right. And this way, it increases. We are lucky. यहाँ छोटा हो रहा है इस तरफ, इधर बढ़ रहा है. So clearly, W has the highest one because you're going down the group, right? Okay, cool, easy one. Moving on. Why? Because atomic radius increase down the group. That's the answer. Marks allotted would again be equal to both of this. One is to with what is the answer, and the other one is the reason behind it. Cool, which is half and half. Again, all right. Let's go on to the next question. Oh, we are going through this so quickly. My friend here would be proud. We've got one more session lined up. A lot of live sessions going on at BYJU'S. They wanted us to finish quickly. I think we're at a good time right now. Choose an element from period 3. Oh, yeah, be careful. I think, sir, please thoda slowly explain please. Sure, Rachit, I will do that. Is it necessary to draw diagrams? Simple ones, Disha. I'll start looking at the comments more and maybe silicon. Okay, you already given me the answer. Cool. Is necessary? I mean, look, if it explains your answer well, sure. If you are, I mean, if the question asks you to draw a heart, then you got to draw a heart, you know, and not this kind of a heart, you know, the bio one, the proper heart, you got to do that. But I mean, or if you got, you know, the whole ray diagrams, you got to draw diagrams. So it makes, where it makes sense, do it. Okay. So some of people already giving answers on this. Period 3. Okay, be careful about this. Similar structure to diamond. It's definitely silicon. Some people will say germanium and all the other things, but be careful. It's period 3. That's what is the main point over here. Okay. So hold on. Let me just quickly go back. Match the description below. Give reasons for your choice. Achha. Give reasons is, you know, the same thing. It can form 4 bonds. And so it forms these very, very strong bonds with oxygen. In fact, SiO2 forms a very, very big structure, which is sand. Yeah, very, very strong and big structure. So it has similar structure to diamond. Silicon is one part of it. Okay, so you get that, and it has a similar idea as carbon. You know, tetravalence shows a valency of 4 and covalent bonds. So these are the reasons behind this. Okay, so here I know that these are 2 points, and it kind of seems unfair. Maybe one mark here, but this is what has been given in the answer key so far. Silicon is tetrahedral. Silicon is tetrahedral. That's an interesting point. I'll have to read up on that. Silicon tetrahedral है क्या? सोचना पड़ेगा. Silicon in itself, does it form a tetrahedral structure? I'm not so sure about that. SiO2 maybe. Not sure about silicon. My inorganic is a little bit rusty. Okay, I'll read up on that. And the next time we have another chemistry person talking, they will mention this. Okay, choose an element from period 3 again. Okay, so focus again is period 3. Match the description. So same thing. Okay, same valency as lithium. Lithium is group 1, right? So what's below this? You've got sodium, you've got potassium. I think you have some other things. I think you have cesium, maybe francium. I'm not so sure about the ones after this. I think these I'm confident about. Okay. No, No, Merin, Teres, Jose, you really don't have to. You're a very heavy name, by the way. Pretty cool. You don't have to study all of the elements. I think the first 20 elements should be good. Yeah. I think we're very solid. I think even for 11th and 12th, sir, office tour banao na. Tour, देखो, ये हरा screen है, ये भी हरा screen है. अब tour हो गया, अब क्या करूँ मैं? They remove the green, यार. What do I do? Like that's what they do. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, back to the question. The office is incredibly fancy. I've got to tell you, it's become so fancy, especially the studios. Okay. Give reasons for your choice. We'll get back to the question. Now, period, which period is this? I need to go to period 3. Look, what is the first period? This hydrogen above this. Okay, sometimes you may, in a hurry, you're like, nah, this is a cheap thing. You never make this mistake. But you may say, no, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. You got to remember, hydrogen is the first period. Okay, hydrogen, helium, uske baad aata hai, lithium, and so on and so forth. So, this, hold on, let me erase that. Period 1, period 2, period 3. So, period 3 is sodium. Okay. Give reasons. Well, it has the same, it's the same group. That's the reason. Answer is sodium. Cool? Yeah, we spent a lot of time on this, mainly because that, if you do it quickly, you may forget that hydrogen is in first period. That's the only small thing that you need to keep in mind. Marks are same, half and half. Cool? Shall we go on to the next one? Rubidium, then cesium. Yeah, great, Pooja, thank you. मुझे भी याद नहीं है. I don't remember this. Thank you, Tanushri. You know, sometimes people plant mistakes in their things so that discussion can be, encouraged. This was not one of those cases. मुझे actually मालूम नहीं है, ठीक है? But it's good you guys are correcting me. Good stuff. कौन पढ़ता नहीं इतनी जल्दी? I don't understand that. Okay, yeah, good. All of you guys are right. Do we need to remember? No, you don't have to remember the whole periodic table. I've been saying that. Please. Okay, cool. Next part, dash. It has a variable valency and it's a member of the oxygen family, group 16. This question may have been a little bit complicated. Am I discussing the concept? What do you want me to discuss, Janvi? Tell me and I'll maybe help you out with that. I am explaining what I think makes sense for this paper, because the focus of this paper right now is to get marks, right? CBSE sample paper. So yeah, we're focusing on how to answer these set of questions. If you want me to talk more, boliye, tell me what you want and I'll try and help you out. Okay. So this question may have been complicated if you don't have this idea of period 3. Again, life is easy, yeah? Period 1 does not have anything. It's just got hydrogen, helium. Period 2 is that's the one that has, no, helium is somewhere in the end, right? Oxygen. Let's say this is group 6/16, depending on how you write it. And here is sulfur. So you are sorted. So you know the answer is sulfur. The reason why I'm going over this is because this idea of variable valency, sometimes we will argue, yeah, it's not a part of the syllabus. I understand it may not be part of the syllabus, but as simple as sulfur, you can gauge from this logic without knowing the idea of what is variable valency. Okay? Awesome, Janvi. Good, great. You have no doubt in chemistry. Great to know. Good stuff. You're a good student. So sulfur is the answer, and the reasoning. Now, the reasoning is SO2 and SO3. Do you remember how we did the whole valency idea? Yeah. If you know for sure that oxygen has a valency of 2, then you can calculate that the valency of this is 6, which is so scary. 6 is crazy. This one similar would be 4. If we fix oxygen to be 2, that's a big if, and mostly that does happen, right? In these two compounds, it does happen. We won't go into too much detail. Again, that will happen more in 11th grade. When you study the contact process, you'll see and the structure of H2SO4, H2SO3 and all that. It's good fun actually. Inorganic chemistry can be very interesting if you figure out the logic behind it. Yeah, the bonding behind it is very, very cool. Okay, all right. Same valence electrons as oxygen, sure. But the interesting thing is because the size is a little big, it's able to show valency of 4 and 6. Oxygen chota hota hai, it's quite small. That's why it's not able to show these many valencies. It does show 2 and 1, doesn't do the higher ones. Yeah, Disha, you're right. So the marks allotted again are half and half. Alrighty, we're on to the third question of chemistry. How many isomers are possible for this one's fun? For the compound with the molecular form of C4H8. Okay, now this is one of those questions where I have a feeling that if you've gone through the marking scheme, you'll know ki answer kya hai. See, someone saying 2. Sukhjot says 4. 4 is the right answer. Let's draw them out very, very quickly. C4, I'm going to do this. Okay? This diagram is okay. This is C4, right? I'm just drawing carbons. Okay, say 2, 3, 4. Good. You guys are making. You're not converging. Good evening, Ji. Sangeeta Ji. You're not converging on a single answer. So let's discuss it. This is just C4. H8, C4 would be H10, which is, you know the formula, right? CN, H2N plus 2. If it was an alkane, but it's not it could not be an alkane. Most likely it's an alkene. I'll tell you why I stopped myself there. Okay, let's put a double bond here. This is one such figure. Okay. Another figure is this. Are you able to follow this? Yeah. It is butene, but-1-ene, or you don't say 1-ene, you say butene itself. This is but-2-ene. Okay. Cool. And this is just butene. You're able to follow this the way I'm making this. Abhi explaining isomers a little bit of a difficult thing on it. You'll have to watch our regular sessions. That will divert from the point of this discussion right now. Isomers are basically same. They have the same formula but different structures. Okay, so these structures are clearly different. Are you able to follow this structure? Make simple structures. अरे इसको carbon expand कर दो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? C, ठीक है? C, yeah, I'm in that mood of PJs today. ठीक है? So you've got all the carbons sorted here. I can put a double bond here. I can put a double bond over here. Once I've done that, add the hydrogens. 3 हो गए यहाँ पे 4 डाल दो. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Set. 4. Yeah. Did I get it right? Did I add any extra carbons? No, I think I'm sorry. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. ठीक है? In the interest of time, these structures are the same. Okay? These are equivalent. तो मुझे 2 ही मिले. 4 कहाँ से है भाई? 4 होने चाहिए आंसर. ठीक है? Lewis dot structure. यार करेंगे आएंगे. Don't worry. अब इसको समझ लो तुम. These 2 isomers you're okay with? But there are 2 more. What are the other isomers? This same thing, what you've got to do is, if you feel that these structures are hard, get used to them. They are very useful. Okay, this is the other isomer. This is the 4th isomer. I'm not making this up. This is not just a random box saying, "Ha, yeah, isomer hai." This is cyclobutane. Okay, which is why this is also an isomer. This one is called methyl propene. Okay, this is an L. If you want another structure of this, the simple structure, so to speak, ये रहा आपका simple सा structure. Hydrogen please add कर लीजिए. That much I expect you to do. This part is skip. वाह बेटा, सही है रोनित. Nice. This part is skip. ये तो है ही. हाँ, option है. हम आने वाले तो उसमें, but you already said that. Yeah. If you find all this to be difficult, छोड़ दो यार. Luckily there's another one. We'll look at the second question. But that also is about isomerism only. It's not that easy. ठीक है. Cool. So the 4 isomers. And इतने मेहनत करने के बाद आपको इतने मार्क मिले, आधा मार्क. But you have to say 4. ठीक है. The next part, electron dot structure, is what is being given a lot of weightage here. So the branched chain isomer, यहाँ पे identify करना कि what is the branched chain isomer is important. The branched chain isomer is this one. Okay, I can put a double bond in any of these 4 carbons. यहाँ डालूँ वहाँ डालूँ कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. Is this okay? Cyclobutane does not have double bond, but count it. Sangharsh, नाम ही बहुत प्यारा है. No, somebody else said that on top. Can you just scroll up? I don't want anonymous TM. Yeah, it was very funny if Sangharsh asked ki cyclo. Anyway, so cyclobutane double bond नहीं है, but I skipped that part. It has a formula of C4H8, and because there is a limit on time, I'm going to have to ask you to look that up online. ये थोड़ा मुश्किल सवाल था. I have to agree. When you have a cyclic structure, the formula is CnH2n, which is the same as that of a butene, which is you have one unsaturation, one double bond and one this thing, and a cyclic structure, they have the same this thing. थोड़ा मुश्किल सवाल था, I have to agree. Anyway, back to this branch structure. So identify that this is a branch structure. उसका electron dot diagram simple है. This is fine. Shall I move on? The electron dot structure is okay. What is there on the slide has been there for quite some time. Janvi, today there is only a paper discussion, and this week I think that's what you're planning, right? हम लोग सिर्फ paper discussion करने वाले हैं. कल social studies होगा, उसके बाद English भी होगा. थोड़ा chill करो. Maths, अरे अभी currently 6:30 बजे maths होगा. I don't know how that slipped my mind. Yeah, please stick around. 6:30 बजे 6:30 p.m. there's going to be math. Tomorrow social studies and then English. I'm most likely consecutive days. We'll just confirm that. You'll see, posts on our channel to see that. Okay. How for butane नहीं है, butene. Ion मतलब 3 this thing. So it has to be C4H8. Okay, be careful. Did I say that right? Yeah, that is CnH2n minus 2. Cool. Okay. Are you guys okay with this electron dot structure? Shall I move on? Yes, no, maybe. Infinite compound, we do, right? Million or infinite? That's very interesting question. बहुत philosophical सवाल पूछ रहे हैं कार्बन के बारे में. Nature में है वो है, sometimes you just got to admire it and try to explain it instead of questioning कि भाई it's a good question, but I don't have an answer why they are not infinite. Maybe they are on different planets, you know, carbon-based life forms. How do you prove, moving on to the next part, C4H8 and C5H10 are homologous? ये तो बहुत simple सा सवाल है. They differ by CH2 or they have mass difference of 14 units, right? Very straightforward question. I feel that these 2 points we should just mention and go ahead with it, okay? C4H8 and C5H10. Cool. Homologous means that they differ by a CH2. So these are 2 points I'd write. These two, because of what I've explained to you about cyclobutane, butene, having the same formula and all that, although they're right for our knowledge right now, but they may not be universally correct. The next 2 points on this, on the marking scheme. Cool. Yeah, I would be a little bit, you know, I'd favor these 2 options more than the others. Cool. Let's move on to the next part. What do we have here? This is the choice. Somebody wanted to. Yeah, it's, see, anonymous TM. Pehle naam badlo yaar. It's very difficult to say anonymous TM all the time. Okay. Isomer of cyclobutane is butene. I don't know if that's correct to say. But हमको बोला गया था कि अगर formula is C4H8, इस formula के how many different isomers do you have for that formula C4H8? Okay, I did not say that maybe there is a way to take that double bond, break it, make it into a cyclobutane. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not that good at organic chemistry, right? But our question was C4H8. How many isomers does that formula have? And we've answered that question. That's why cyclobutane was there. Okay, cool. Night law gamer. पढ़ लो थोड़ा, gaming मत करो, then that question will be answered. Methane, क्या मतलब कुछ भी होगा, ठीक है? All right. Identify A and draw its electronic dot structure. What do we have? What is A? Melting point 156 and boiling point 351. 156 Kelvin कितना है? It's less than minus root 73, right? So good, minus 80 or something होगा, I guess. This is around plus 80, right? If you subtract 273 from it, well, whatever, 78 or something. So this looks like this is C2H6O. So this could be an ether or an alcohol because ether आपके syllabus में है नहीं तो alcohol ही होगा, I guess. So this one is C2H5OH. Syllabus में है क्या? Ether है syllabus में, बताओ. कोई पढ़ के आया? हाँ ना, maybe. ICSE हाँ आएगा. धीरे धीरे थोड़ा patient करो. We'll see. Keep asking us for it. Bug us enough. Maybe we'll make it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. ठीक है. You left this. Okay. No problem. Sir, हमें कैसे पता चलेगा कि कितने isomers possible है? Please explain. हाँ यार, इसमें कितना C4H8 का तो मैंने बहुत डिटेल में explain किया था. Maybe you need to rewind the video and check it out. This was a little difficult question. Anyway, this is ethanol, and identifying that gives you, I think, about half the marks. And then electron dot structure is in front of you. It's a simple one. Oh no, this gives you 1 mark. I think the reason why there's 1 mark for this is because you've got to do a little bit of thinking to come to this point that yeah, ये ethanol है, because all you have is this, you know, C2H6O. You've got to identify that it's an OH group and the fact that it's C2, you know, this formula exactly. So cool, 1 mark. And yeah, this electron dot structure is given to you over here. Do you want me to explain this in any way? Electron dot structure काफी straightforward है. Oxygen के 8 electron है, मतलब 6 plus 1 1 over here. Totally 8 होने चाहिए. Hydrogen के totally 2 होने चाहिए. Carbon needs to have 8. Electron dot structure, that's all you got to do. Make sure that hydrogen always has 2 and all the other elements have 8 right now. Shall I move on to the next one? Give me a yes, thumbs up, no, maybe, batao, and please go forward. Okay, I've got one person saying go forward. Cyclobutane, formula butane. Yes, Soham, very gung ho chap. You're you're absolutely right. Who discovered carbon? No clue, man. Just look it up online, I suppose. Who discovered carbon? I guess like an early man when they were like coal ko uthaya and they did something with it. I could make up stories, but I really don't know. I don't remember. Okay, same thing here. Same description. We're still talking about ethanol. C2H5OH. It's soluble in water in all proportions. Give the molecular formula of only 2 homologs of A. Okay. The easiest thing to do would be add CH2 and remove CH2, right? And you'd get one homolog and another one. So the simplest one I think is methanol or methanol. You could say both. I think the American way to say it is methanol, British way is methanol. I'm not so sure about that. You guys tell me. And this would be propanol, or there's no second way to pronounce that. Did I get that right? You see, yeah, cool. Okay, yeah. So that's all you've got to do. Here you go. Propanol is here. I've got the formulas right. The structures here. 1 mark question. Moving on. HCl ionic. Wow, beautiful question, Tanushree. Not a part of this discussion at all. But yeah, I've asked this in interview questions a lot, and a lot of folks get it wrong. It is not an ionic compound. It forms ions, but it's not an ionic compound. And I think I'm done with chemistry. Bio is here. खत्म हो गया जल्दी खत्म हो गया. You're not used to me finishing up so quickly. Result कब आएगा? आएगा जो आएगा पता चल जाएगा. हम लोग आएंगे. We'll come and tell you. Yeah. All right. That's a good question, but I'm going to have to go. The other person already here with the pen. Okay. All right. See you. Have fun.
Hi everyone. Good evening. How are you all? Yes. We'll be starting with bio. Yes. Hi Ashwarya. Hi Papia. Hi Yogi. Hi everyone. Good evening. So we'll be starting with bio and we have 7 questions. So we have a lot, right? Let's start with the first question. It's a very interesting question paper altogether. There are a few questions which I find it a bit more trickier. We'll be covering up that for sure, right? 10th class students, right? Just hold yourself there, start studying, right? Come to our classes regularly, and of course we have amazing sessions that are coming up in the future for your board examination. So subscribe to the channel. That's really very important. Yes, and of course we have similar things coming up for the 9th and 8th students also. Great. Awesome. So that, great. Now that you can see me clearly and we are clear, let's start, right? Let's start with the first question that we have over here. And I can see the answers already, right? So we have to trace the path, right, of a male gamete that takes place, of course, to fertilize the female gamete, right, after release from the penis, right? Of course, it's a very easy question. It's a question number 3, and of course, this whole question is for 2 marks, and it has 2 different parts. Of course, we have the answer over here, and over here we have the female reproductive system. We have the ovaries where the eggs are produced. Then the eggs will be moving into the fallopian tube, right, or also called as the oviduct. And over here only we'll see the fertilization happening. So sperms will be entering through the vagina, will be moving into the uterus, and will be traveling up into over here. And here in the fallopian tube, the fertilization will take place. So over here we have the answer. This is how you can write it. So we have the male gamete, which is sperms, will be traveling into the female reproductive tract, right? And of course, it will be fertilizing the egg. Important thing over here is the fallopian tube, and after the fertilization, we'll see the formation of the gamete. Very good. Now let's talk about the marks, right? How you'll be getting the marks if you're writing this particular answer. So it's 1.5 marks. Fairly very easy, right? So for 2 marks, we have this particular small part, and of course the next part of the question is there, which is the B part, right? Which is to state the number of set of chromosomes that are present in the zygote. So over here we are talking about, the number of sets of chromosome, right? So can anyone tell me what are chromosomes? No, you don't have to draw the diagram. Diagram is not important. We have the diagram just for our reference, right, because we are studying. Very good, very good. I can see the answer. 23 pair of chromosomes are there in the humans when we talk in a normal female and male. We have 23 pair of chromosomes, very good. And chromosomes contain the genetic material, right, which actually have all the amazing information, like our hair color, our skin color, our eye color, etc. So yeah, very good. So when we're talking about this, over here we have the answer. So we have the zygote. So we know that the zygote will be formed after the fertilization process of sperm and the ovum. And both the sperm and the ovum have how many chromosomes? 23 chromosomes each. So at the end, in the zygote, we will have 2 sets of chromosome. Very good. Very good, right? 23 plus 23. As I can see, one of the students have written over here there. Very right, so we will have 23 plus 23, 46 chromosomes, right? 2 sets of a chromosome. It was a very easy question, right? And of course, for this particular answer, we'll be awarded the half marks. Are we clear with this? Very good, Yogi. You're telling about the different types of chromosomes. Very good. Rachit, you will get the result. I think CBSE recently, very recently have announced that, you'll be getting up your results very soon. So let's just hope for that. Very good. Now that that particular question is clear, let's move to the next question. Over here we have. Now, it's a question number 4 again for 2 marks total. Right over here we have Rajesh observed a greenish black powdery mass on the stale piece of bread. Now, if you have attended our classes on the asexual reproduction, I'm sure you'll be able to answer this question. Yes, it was a very easy question. Disha, so we are talking about the gene and the allele, right? So gene is a small fragment of the DNA, right? That will be giving us a specific trait or the character, whereas allele is an alternative pair of it. For example, tall, short. So over here, these are the two allele. Very good. I can see a long chain of the correct answer. Very good. Yes, the correct answer is mold, right? We are talking about the spore formation. So we have to name the organism. It has two parts. So first, of course, we have to name the organism. We'll be talking about it, right? So we know the correct answer for this particular question is the mold, right, Rhizopus? We have studied that. Spore formation. We have the spores, right? And over here, for this particular part of this particular set of question, we'll get 1 mark. Then we have a B part, which talks about name its vegetative part and the reproductive part. So we know that vegetative parts are those parts will not be participating directly into the reproduction, right? We have discussed about this in the vegetative propagation, and we have the reproductive part, right? So we have to identify these two parts. So over here we have the answer. When we talk about the mold, right, over here we have the two parts. We have the sporangia, inside which we have the spores, right? And of course we have the hyphae which is attached to it. So over here we'll get our 1 marks. I hope you are clear with this particular question. Very good. Very good. Satharat, very good. Dipali, Mali, Akshay, Akshaya, sporangium, Vicky, yes. Shreya, Aishwarya, very good. Clear, it was a very easy question, and this whole question was for 2 marks. Now moving to the next question from the same section, we have this interesting question, right? So we have this. Now this particular question has two questions overall, and we have to pick one. So we have mustard, which was grown into field A and B. Now this is a very interesting question. I want all of you to pay attention over here, because this is a very interesting question that we haven't discussed like in the classes, right? We haven't studied in that much detail. So I'll try my best to explain this question to you. So I want all of your attention over here. So we have two fields A and B, right? In field A, we have brown colored seeds, right? And in field B, we have yellow colored seeds. Very interesting too. We have two field A, and over here we have B. And both of these fields have different types of seeds, right? Mustard producing seeds. Genetics, yes, absolutely correct. Correct. So we have to, it was observed that in field A, the offspring showed only the parental trait, right? Of course, for the next generation, the same traits that the parents have. Same traits were being passed from one generation to the next generation. Yes? Very good. And whereas in the field B, we saw the majority of the offspring showed some sort of variation. Yes? So, in field B over here, we saw variation. Whereas in field A, we saw the parental traits. Easy. Now that we have identified the question, we can easily find the solution for this particular. Yes? No, syllabus is not complete, right? We got the sample paper, so we thought that let's just discuss the sample paper first, and of course we'll be learning and we'll be completing the whole syllabus together. Yes, okay. Now let's solve this question and let's start with the solution part of it. So we have the marks and the marks which are being awarded, right? So in field A, what is happening? We see that the traits that are passed to the next generation are parental, right? So they're exactly same. So what is happening over here? Self-pollination. Now when we talk about this question, we have field A and field B, we have mustard seeds, we have these two specific things. What we thought? That this question is from genetics, right? Now this is how in the examination also you will be getting confused. What is important for us to read the question properly. When you see the question for a very first time, you will think that no, okay, this is genetics question. But this question is from the reproduction. Interesting, right? It's a very big twist. So, yes, Dhruv will be repeating it. We are still solving the question. So, we have a question. We have two fields, A and B. In field A, we have the next generation, which have the parental traits, right? The next generation is, we can say that they have exactly the same characteristics that their parent have. Now, what was the reason behind it? According to the question that we have in the sample paper, it's the self-pollination. Yes? It's the self-pollination. Very good. So we have studied this part about in the asexual sexual reproduction in the plants, right? Very good. And this is for 1 mark. And then we have the next part. If we move to the field B, in field B we will see the variation because of the cross-pollination, right? Over here, and of course we'll get the 1 marks for it. So now that we have discussed the whole question, and now we can relate that this particular question has two important things. It has some of the concept from the how do organisms reproduce and a very important concept of variation from heredity and evolution. Yes? Very good, Disha, sorry. Yes, a combination of the sessions. Absolutely correct. Yes, Akshit. Very good. Awesome. Now that we are clear with this question, I want you to give me a thumbs up or a smiley so that I know that you are clear with this particular question. Yes? Very good. And there's a poll up going on. You can vote for that. Very good. Yes. So we have this very interesting question. The question was, we have two fields. We have to find out that why in field A, the traits that the next generation is getting is very similar to the parents, and why in field B we have variation. So the reason is that field B, of course, we can see variation because of the cross-pollination, and in field A we see the same characters being moved to the next generation because of the self-pollination. Very good. Now that we're done with this question, I have to rush a bit. We are on the OR part of the question. Question 5 has 2 questions, right? So we can pick one, and over here we have the other part. Well, let's just quickly discuss this part. Yes, it's an internal question, right? So we have in asexual reproducing species. So first of all, we are talking about the asexual reproducing species, which means that, of course, they will not be producing the gametes. Only one parent is involved, and the variation will be bare minimum. Yes? Now, you cannot say that you haven't discussed this question or you haven't studied or we haven't completed a syllabus, because this we definitely did. So, I wanted to answer this particular question. We are talking about the asexual reproducing species. If a trait X is there in the 5% of the population and we have trait Y in the 70% of the same population, which of these two traits is likely to arise earlier? Can you tell me? Yes? It's a very easy question. If you think of it, we have to just focus on the asexual reproducing species. Okay, I can see a lot of answers and you're saying that why? You have to give me the answer. Why Y trait was present earlier? Yes, what is the reason for this? Yes? I am still waiting for the answer. Why the Y trait is important, like why the Y trait was present. Think about it, it's really very interesting, right? Asexual reproduction, yes, very good. Very good, Sudesh. Yeah, your answer is correct over there. Asexual reproduction, yes. Now I can see the answers all together. So, of course, we know that the trait which is Y was there, which is the majority of it's like 70%, right? We know that in the asexual reproduction, there's only involvement of the one parent and the variation will be very least. So 70% of the trait that an organism have, right, which is reproducing through the asexual mode of reproduction, will be conserving or will be carrying all the traits with them into the next generation. There will be no variation. The variation we have is just for the 5% that we have. So here we have the answer. This is how you can write in the words, and of course you can choose to write in your own words also. Important thing over here for us to remember is about the asexual reproduction, and if you have that concept with you, you can easily explain the whole answer. Very good. right? So, of course, 1 marks for this. And with this, we are done with this question. Yes. Very good. Now, moving to the next question, we have question number 7. And of course, over here also we have two questions in one particular question. We have to pick any one. So over here we have. Now, this chapter we haven't discussed in our classes, in the concept capsule classes that we are regularly having. We will be reaching up to this particular chapter. You don't have to worry about it. Yes? Mutation, the sudden change that occurs, right? We'll be discussing about mutation in a bit. Here we go. So we have DTT. Now, you can write in the chat box what is the full form of DTT. Very interesting, right? I'm sure all of us have studied this in class 8th. No? मुझे भी नहीं पता वैसे. Yes, everyone. What is the full form of DTT? So we have this, right? So DTT was spread on a lake to regulate the breeding of the mosquitoes. How would it will be affecting the trophic level in the following food chain? Yes? So here there are 2 or 3 new terms we have. We have food chain. What is a food chain? It's a linear sequence of a chain, right? Of course, linear sequence where the organisms will be eating one another. And that's how the energy transfer will occur. And of course, we have the trophic level. We have different trophic level from where the energy will be moving from one level to the another. So here are 2 important words that we should be aware of. Then of course we have this pyramid shaped structure. I can see, very good, Disha, yes, Sakshi, good, 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 Polomi, Yasharth, very good. Yes, I can see the answer, yes. So over here we have the aquatic medium, we have planktons, we have small fish, large fish and the hawk. So this is a food chain we have. In the water, right, in the aquatic environment, we have the planktons, which are the smallest one, right? They're the first over there in the trophic level. Then they will be eaten by the small fishes. Small fishes will be eating the planktons. Then the large fishes will be eating the small fishes, right? And of course, hawk will be eating the big fishes. Hi, Ashraj. Hello. Yes? So this is the small food chain we have. And of course, we know the trophic level, right? We have primary trophic level, then of course we have secondary, and here we moves. So when we talk about it, plants are the one, right, that are there at the bottom. And then it goes. When you are talking about this particular question, we know that DTT being a non-biodegradable pesticide. So we use this, right? It will be entering the food chain. And of course, it will be going to the first trophic level, which is the plankton. So the first trophic level, we have the plants, right? They are the one that make their own food. Yes, so they'll be taking up the DTT. What will happen? As these planktons will be eaten by these small fishes, the amount of DTT will be more. Are you there with me? Yes, everyone? Are you there with me? Very good, Charvi. Very good. Very good, Papia. Very good. Yes, yes, yes. Right? So what will be happening, of course? From the first trophic level, it will move to the small fishes, then to the large fishes, and then to the hawk, right? So, of course, this DTT will be getting accumulated in each trophic level, and this whole phenomena is called as biological magnification. A very, very important 1 marks question usually asked, right? What is biological magnification? And here we have. So the accumulation of the chemicals, in this case we have the non-biodegradable pesticides, accumulating in the trophic level is called as the biological magnification. Hawk will be the one which will have the highest amount of pesticide, because it is, so see, in a very small way we have the planktons, right? Planktons have a small bit of it, then small fishes are eating it, so of course it will be getting added. Then to the large fish, and then of course when the hawk will be eating large fish, the amount of chemicals of the DTT the hawk will be getting will be higher, right? I hope it's clear to everyone, right? as the chemicals, right, as this will be moving in the tropic level, the amount will be getting more as of course the number of cells increases, the organism size increases. So what happens? It will be getting more and more. Awesome. So here we have, right, and so this will give us this whole answer, right. So we have, that's the marks we have for this. Moving to the next question from the similar part. Ma'am, is it necessary to say that it is known as biological magnification? Yes, we can say that when we talk about the DDT, we usually talk about this, right? We can say that we usually use it as an example. We have eutrophication, which we use again for the different examples altogether. Yes? Vaishali, toxins will be affecting us. For example, if we are consuming an animal which have the, a good amount of DDT, when it comes to our body, it will be affecting us. It will be affecting our health, right? 10% rule, Sakshi, we'll be discussing over here. Now, the 10% rule applies over here in this particular question. So, let's see how we can apply. So, the environment chapter is really very easy. We have two main concepts. One we have just discussed about, that is a biological magnification, and over here we have the other one which have the 10% energy law. So let's quickly discuss about that. Me too, GW, yes. So we have a question, we have a food chain, right? We have these vertical arrows, we have A, C, E, so that's how the energy is going, and then we have the B and D, and that's how the energy is moving. So we have green plants, we have deer, which is a herbivore, we have tiger, which is a carnivore. So we know that herbivores are those animals which will be just consuming the plants, and carnivores are those animals that will be consuming the meat of another animal. Yes? We will be just discussing, Dhruv, about the 10% law. Just give me a moment. Right? So we have this food chain. Now let's quickly discuss about it. Now, we have the answer with us. So of course, A will represent the more energy transfer as compared to C and E over here. Over here we have the more energy transfer because of course plants, we know that they make their own food, they require a lot of energy. Once they are being consumed by the herbivores, over here B will be the more energy transfer, right? So when we talk about it, we know that over here in B will have the highest amount of energy that is being transferred from one tropic level to the another. Right? Very good. According to the 10% law, 90% of the energy, and of course, will be doing various metabolic activities in the body, preparing the food, digestion, so many other things that plants will be doing, deer will be doing, and the tiger will be doing. So as the amount of energy moves from one tropic level to another, there is a reduction, right? And of course, only 10% of it goes to the next. So, plant will be giving only 10%, and of course, as it moves ahead and ahead, we'll have a very small amount of energy that will be there with the animal. Are we clear with this? Yes, it's a very easy, very easy question altogether. So, over here we have the marking scheme for this. Right, and the other part of the question was asking, we have to explain why this is so. So we can write that, of course, as we move from the one tropic level to the next, we'll see the loss of energy that actually happens. Very good. So here we have this part, right, and we have the another part over here. So this is how you can write your answer. See, I'm explaining over here to you. But you can frame your answers in this particular way. We have the answers over here. So I think, Disha, very quickly, we don't have much time. Yeah, we don't have much time, but let me just, very quickly, let me just go through it very, again. So we are talking about the two arrows. Over here we have the arrow A. Over here we'll see more amount of energy getting transferred to the environment overall, of course, because plants do a lot. They make their own food. Of course, it requires a lot of energy, and the energy transfer that happens, of course, as release of the oxygen, and various other activities are more over here. Then, from plants to the herbivores, again, this will have the maximum amount of the energy lost right over here, because, of course, from here, the small amount of energy will be remaining, and of course, as the deer will be eating the plants, the energy transfer is happening. Yes? 10% law, right? So we have this over here, that the 10% law of transfer of energy in a food chain is that only 10% of the energy is there for the next tropic level, right? Only from one tropic level to the next tropic level, right? Are we clear? Yes, you don't have to draw this particular diagram. You can just write, the arrows, like you can write plants, then you can make an arrow, write deer and the tiger. This is fine, right? If you're making a food chain like this, it will be really very good for the examiner to understand, right? But of course, in your part, you can easily draw this. You can just write plants, deer and tiger. Sorted? Yes. Yes, very good. Awesome. I think we are clear. We are all clear with this particular question. Moving to the next question we have, right? We have the question number 10 over here. And this is a very interesting question, right? I want all of your attention over here from genetics, right? So we have two pea plants, right? One is with the round seed and yellow, okay? And we have another with a wrinkled green, okay? So if we have this, right? So we have yellow, right? And of course this is round. And we have this green, which is wrinkled. So remember these two shapes, right? We have wrinkled seed. This is wrinkled, RRYY. And over here we have another which is capital R and YY. Yes? Now this is what we have now. We have the F1 generation, that's the first generation which is produced once the cross is done between these two. The F1 parent is, right, in the F1 generation, we'll do the self-pollination. We have to find the combinations of it. Right, so let's talk about it. Okay, let's go back to the question. In F1 generation, there's self-pollination. Again, I want all of you to focus over here. Self-pollination, we know that, right? The pollen grains will be transferred from the anther to the stigma of the same flower, right? That we call it as the self-pollination. So over here, we are discussing about the self-pollination. With each, right, which new combination of the character should be there in the F2 generation? It's a very simple question. I can see the answers there already. Dihybrid cross, yes, absolutely correct. How many seeds with these new combination of characters will be produced when the total is 160? Again, a very good number for us to focus upon, right? Seeds are produced in the F2 generation. We have to look for the answer over here we have. So first of course, we have the round seeds which are over here, the numbers. But let's just look over here at this particular table, right? So we are discussing about the dihybrid cross. We have the cross, right? First we'll write all of this, and of course we have these, right? The ratio, of course, over here is 9:3:3:1. So round seeds and green one over here we have, right? They are the round and the green, and we have wrinkled and the yellow, right? Sorry, wrinkled and the yellow. So of course there are three. Now if you go back, right over here, this is how we can write the answer in the examination. The important thing is to know the ratio, the phenotype, right? We have this. So over here we have the first part of the question. So when we will be doing the cross in the examination, we'll have the round yellow, round green, wrinkled yellow and the wrinkled green. So the ratio will be 9:3, so 3:1. Remember that ratio, because this is really very important. Yes, and of course when we talk about the number of the round green and the wrinkled yellow, of course we have this. Out of 16 we have the 3 part, right, over here from the ratio 3. And of course the total is 160. So the number will be 130. I can see you have some doubts, right? So phenotypic ratio is a ratio which we can easily find out by looking at the particular results, right? That's how we'll be getting the phenotypic ratio. The R and the Y are the traits, right, we're talking about. So over here, this capital R represents the round for the seed and Y represents the yellow color for the seed. Yes? We will be discussing about it. You don't have to worry about it. You just be regular to our classes. We'll be discussing the genetics part really very soon. So that's how you can write the answer, right? And over here, we have the other part of the question, which is the new combination. Of course, this will be possible because of the independent inheritance, the third law, right? Because of that. Yes, I hope this question is clear to each one of you. Should we write your answers in points or paragraphs? I would suggest that if you're writing your answers in points always. Yes? Okay. Great. I can see a lot of thumbs up. Running out of time. Let's move quickly to the next part of the question. A very interesting question from the environment chapter. So we have gas A, right? We have gas A, which is found on the upper layer of the atmosphere. Interesting question. We have a very important gas which is found in the upper layer of the atmosphere. Is a deadly poison, but it's really very essential for all the living beings. The amount of this gas started declining sharply in the 1980s, right? Very good, follow me. Yes. Parinita, just give me a minute. We'll go back to there. Yes. Very good. So we have to identify the gas, of course. I can see the answers. And of course, then we have to tell how it is formed. So the gas that we're discussing over here is ozone. So gas A is the ozone. You can write ozone or you can write the formula for it, that is O3, right? And let's quickly discuss how it is formed. So over here we have, either you can write the reaction or you can write the paragraph. So of course, ozone at the higher level in the atmosphere is a product of the UV radiation. So we have this oxygen, right? When the radiations are there acting upon it, we'll see the break of these molecules. And of course, this will be acting up with the O2 to give us the O3. So this is how you can write, right? So this is a one way, or either you can explain with the reaction that you have over here. Then talking about the marks, we'll get 1 mark for this. This particular question has a B part, that why is it essential for all the living organisms or all the living being? We have to state the cause for the depletion of the gas. Very interesting. We know that what is the cause or what is the reason behind the depletion of it. So we know that ozone provides the shield, right, on the earth and protects all the living organisms that we have on our planet from the UV radiation. Of course, that's for the half marks. Then of course we have the other part, the real reason for it. Yes, CFCs, yes, we have the chlorofluorocarbons which are present in the various different products that we use on a daily basis, and this actually releases the CFCs, and of course because of that there's a depletion of the ozone layer. It was a very easy question. Yes, and we got the answer. Interesting. So 1 marks for it. Clear, right? Now moving to our last question. It's a case study. So I think Polemy, you have a doubt with the dihybrid cross, so we can get it clarified over here. So just focus over here in the next question. So we have Sahil, who is performing an experiment to study the inheritance pattern. He crossed a tall pea plant, which we represent with the capital T and the capital T, with a short pea plant, which is small t and small t. The F1 generation, all the plants were tall. Very simple thing. What will be the set of genes present in the F1 generation? A really very easy question. So of course, when we talk about it, we have capital T and small t. So of course, it's a very easy thing. We all can definitely do this cross for a better understanding, right? Capital T, small t from here to here, capital T and small t, and capital T, small t. So in F1 generation, all plants will be tall. So this is a monohybrid cross. Why it's a monohybrid cross? Because we are discussing about only one character, right? Over here we are talking about the height of the plant. Very good. So that's a one part of this question. Moving to the B part, give reason why only tall plants are observed in the F1 progeny. Now of course, as it's a monohybrid cross and we have the traits, right? We have the capital T over here. So we have capital T, which is the dominating trait, right? And it will be suppressing the recessive traits. And hence we have this. Of course, this is a one way of writing it. We have the alternative answer. You can elaborate more onto it, right? You can explain that capital T is for the tall plants. Capital T and small t again is for the tall plants. Over here, we have two alleles, right? We have tall and short, but the tall one is more dominating. So it will be suppressing the recessive one, right? Are we clear with this? Very good. Yes. And it influences the phenotype. Absolutely correct. Yes. So in the F1 generation, we have all the tall plants. Yes, this is very easy, and that's for the 1 marks. So if in short, if we want to talk about it, if there's a cross between capital T, small t, we will see the F1 generation. In F1 generation, we will have all the plants which will be capital T and small t, because of course, the capital T is the dominating one, it will be suppressing the recessive one. Okay? And that's how you can write your answer. Over here, again, we have the alternative answer. We can mention about the law of dominance, right? So the monohybrid cross majorly talks about the laws of dominance, and this is how you can write. Very good. And of course, we'll have the 3:1 ratio once we go ahead into F2 generation. Tapia, small t and capital T, we usually write the capital T ahead and the small t after it. In that case also it will be tall. Yes. Okay, cool. There's another way to write this particular answer. Now moving to the C part, right, the last part of it. When the F1 plant was self-pollinated, 800 plants were produced, and how many of these would be tall, medium or short? We have to give the reason in the F2 generation. Again, it's a very interesting question. The first word that we have to focus is self-pollinated. Of course, self-pollination on same flower, everything is happening. So we have it. Out of 800 plants, 600 plants will be tall, and out of that we have 200 plants which will be short. The ratio of the monohybrid cross is 1:2:1. Taking that with the simple maths we have, yeah, in bio also we have maths, and that's we usually see in the genetics part. So we have 1:2:1, right? So we can easily calculate it. We have the capital T allele all together. We have capital T and small t. So we have 1 plus 2, 1 from here, 2 from here, 3 divided by 4 into 800 will get 600. So these are 600 tall plants, and short plant we just have 1 over here, and of course we'll get 200. Yes, you can actually come back again for the explanation, right? We don't have much time. I need to just be a quick, right? So you can come back and listen to this, or if not, just wait for a while. We'll be moving to our classes, right? Of course, then we can discuss over there. Now, in the C part, we have one more part, which is the cross-pollination. Everything is same, but over here, we're just discussing the two scenarios, self-pollination and the cross-pollination. Here we have for the cross-pollination, if the cross-pollination is happening, we will have 50-50% chances. 400 plants will be tall and 400 will be the short one over here. This is the one. Easy, right? If the cross-pollination is happening. And this is how you can write. Simple. Right, so over here we have the explanation part, the maths part of it. Yes? Great. We will be using the genotype and the phenotype ratio in both the crosses, be it the dihybrid or monohybrid cross, to understand the progeny outcome. And with this, we are done with the bio part. And we'll be starting with the physics part, right? Really sorry if there are a bit of quick, because we just have to do it. We'll be discussing in detail in the upcoming classes, so stay tuned. I invite Saurav sir. Ta-da.
Thank you, thank you.
Bye sir. Bye everyone.
That was a lot of biology, if I tell you that. नहीं झेला गया मेरे से तो. But हाँ, yes. I respect you guys, man. I mean, equal interest to biology, chemistry, physics, then maths also. Baap re. Yes, physics time, Sukhjot. Okay, so there were some few frequent questions. Hi, HRV. First thing I saw was sample paper, right? So description mein hai, it's there in the description, right? Second thing, regarding result of term 1. So I saw the news clip. So it says in month time it might come out. So it's okay, right? So tension mat lo, it's okay. All right. So shall we start? Just, turn up your physics brains and we'll start with physics. Now, only 4 questions from physics. That's true. Yes. And इस तरह के paper में ना, one thing you need to be very clear with, whatever you are studying, study it thoroughly, because it's not like an MCQ. You can guess things. You have to be subjective. You have to be precise. You have to write answers properly. So that is very important, right? So जो भी पढ़ो, ढंग से पढ़ो. और ढंग से लिखो, that's very important. All right. So, first question from physics. Thank you, Sakshi. Yeah, a simple motor is made in a school laboratory. A coil of wire is mounted on an axle between the poles of a horseshoe magnet as illustrated. Diagram based question, very important, right? Okay. Okay, I see. Answers are coming. Nice. So, this was the diagram given to you. All right. Now, what is this? It's a simple motor. All right, that's also fine. In the example above, coil ABCD is horizontal and the battery is connected as shown. The battery is, yes, Srishti, I remember you. All right, so the battery is given to you, so you can predict where the current is flowing, right? So looking at the battery, you can say current is flowing like this, positive to negative, and here like this, fine. Here like this, fine. This much we can predict, yes. Sahu sir, अरे हिंदी इंग्लिश में क्या रखा है यार? Concept is important ना? Upward, downward तो common है. We are dealing with this. It's okay, right? हाँ, force downwards and current upwards. Very good, very good. For this position, state the direction of the force on the arm. अच्छा, कौन सा rule use करते हैं? Which rule you are using? Tell me. Come on, tell me the rule. Answer तो ठीक है. I understand. You are giving the correct answer. But which rule? Oh, I gave you a hint. Yeah. Yes, left hand, Fleming's left hand rule, right? So, क्या किया हमने? You saw current is going in this direction in AB wire, right? So, what you did, which one is this? This is what? I call it FBI, you know why? Force, right? Magnetic field is B, I is current, right? So, magnetic field is from north to south, all right? Current is उस तरफ है ना? ऐसे कर लेते हैं. So, current is there, magnetic field is here, downward is the force, right? That's why. Here it is, downwards. लगा लिया FBI, बुला लिया FBI को, ठीक है? चलो. Next, the direction of force in AB is downwards. Not completed this part. Arey, it's going to happen. If you were there yesterday, you noticed, right? We have started with magnetic effect of electric current. Sab hoga. Today we are just discussing sample paper so that your fear is gone. At least के subjective कैसा होगा. It's okay. सब हो जाएगा. It's all right. Fine. हाँ, 4 finger magnetic field है. बहुत बढ़िया. चलो, next, एक number मिल जाएगा. You'll get 1 mark for this. Fine. Then we have same thing, the B part. Why does the current in the arm BC not contribute to the turning force on the coil? Now tell me. BC, direction is parallel to the magnetic field, right? Yes, I remember you. All right, come on, tell me. धीरे धीरे हो जाएगा भाई, सुखजोत. हाँ भाई, बताओ. BC, the direction of current is parallel to magnetic field, but your left hand rule says if you look at everything is at 90 degrees, right? Correct. So nice, Chavi. So what does it mean? If it is parallel, means force will not be there, right? Force on current carrying conductor is 0 when direction of current is parallel to the direction of magnetic field. Hence, BC will not contribute to the turning force on the coil. See, the reason I'm giving you these answers is, you should know how much to write, right? ऐसा नहीं है कहानी लिख दिया, ऐसा नहीं है कि बस लिख के छोड़ दिया एक line. So, this is the optimum amount of answers you can write, right? That's why this is important. Yes, fine. All right. Yes, no force. Why? Because current is parallel to the direction of magnetic field. And for this question, you will again get 1 mark. All right. So, this was about this question. Okay, let's go to question number 6. All right, okay, yes, points, एक number, दो part थे ना, so there were 2 marks. Section A is of 2 marks, right? Remember, section B 3, section C is 4, right? So, question number 6. All right, okay, होगा Krishna, don't worry. Yes, it shouldn't be parallel, Parinita. All right, and that's why there is no force. So this question, a circuit contains a battery, a variable resistor. Now, I would say focus these questions because I have seen, I don't know why, students are very scared of these kind of questions. I mean, solenoid आ गया, magnetic field आ गया, current आ गया, अब क्या करें, है ना? So, डरना नहीं है, हो जाएगा. A variable resistor and a solenoid. I know heavy terms हैं, नहीं पढ़े हैं, but पढ़ेंगे, right? It's not difficult. That's, I can promise you something. The figure below shows the magnetic field pattern produced by the current in the solenoid. ठीक है, अब solenoid में current निकालना है, right? Yes, okay, yes, Tanu, I can see you are giving answer. ठीक है. State how the magnetic field pattern indicates regions where the magnetic field is stronger. Whatever was given to you in the diagram, it's okay. Look at the question first. Question क्या बोल रहा है? हाँ, this one is easy, Dishamur. Yes, you are right. है ना? So, Fleming's left-hand rule. अच्छा, you are asking again. See, FBI, force, magnetic field, and current. Simple. ठीक. Thumb is force. अच्छा, strong कौन होता है हमारे hand में, right? Normally thumb, right? So I would say force, magnetic field and current. ठीक. इतना याद रख लो, हो जाएगा. I just explained Fleming's left-hand rule. I think there's a lag over there. ठीक है? हाँ, nice Sudesh. It's a very nice and detailed answer. Very good. ठीक है? So, अब diagram में whatever is given to you, it doesn't matter. जो भी दिया है, it's okay. पूछा क्या है आपसे? You have been asked, state how the magnetic field pattern indicates regions where the magnetic field is stronger. So, just focus. Magnetic field lines and strongness. What is the relation? जितना close होगा उतना strong होगा, जितना दूर होगा उतना weak होगा, right? इतना ही तो है. So, what is the answer? Simple. The question itself is an answer here. The closeness of magnetic field lines indicates the strength of magnetic field. Since field lines are crowded around the ends and inside the solenoid, figure is telling you this, right? Inside the solenoid, कितना पास है, right? These are the regions of stronger magnetic field. Bus. Yes, Rohit, you're right. That is the same thing. So, Venkata, this one, huh? Yeah, last one. So, last one was simple, right? North to south is magnetic field lines. Current was going on that way. So, that's why you use this thing. This was magnetic field line, this was current, and that's why the force was downwards. Itna hi tha, right? ठीक है? हाँ, yes. So, marks are 1. मिली एक number? ठीक है. All right. So, Venkata, I think you got this one, right? हाँ. After this, there is a maths paper discussion at 6:30. So that's why, guys, hurry, come on. What is a solenoid? What is a solenoid? You will see multiple turns, right? Multiple coils, current carrying coils are there, and that is what we call as a solenoid. Okay? It behaves like a bar magnet kind of. So B, what happens to the magnetic field when the current in the circuit is reversed? You don't need to be a scientist to answer this question. This question is simple. Current reverse kar diya, what will happen? Tell me, what will happen? Yes, Sukhjot, very good. Nice. We'll cover all these things we are going to cover in concept capsule sessions. Don't worry. It will be reversed. You are right. Current reverse kar diya hai. If it was going anti-clockwise before, now it is going to go clockwise. It will be reversed. So, direction of magnetic field will also reverse. And you will get 1 mark for this again. Okay. So, easy tha, right? Now, this question is something which you have already done, right? Heating effect ho chuka hai in the concept capsule. So, focus, right? Yes, they invert. Very good. So, Venkat, you haven't got this, huh? Don't worry. See, concept capsules, I know you haven't learned this. Don't worry. Concept capsule session chal rahe hain. On every Monday, we are doing this. And this particular portion is yet to come. So, don't worry about this whole thing, right? Come on, this question. It would cost a man rupees 3.5 to buy 1 kilowatt hour of electrical energy. What is given to you? A unit kitne ka hai? This is what given to you, right? This is the price of 1 unit. What is the price? 3.5. From the main electricity board, his generator has a maximum power of 2 kilowatt, right? Come on, give me the answer of this one. The generator produces energy at this maximum power for 3 hours. Don't be scared of the language of the question. First of all, I'm telling you this. Kuch nahi hai. What is given to you? Price is given to you of 1 unit, fine. He has bought a generator, all right. Power is 2 kilowatt, okay. Produces energy at this maximum power for 3 hours. Kya de diya hai? Time is given to you. Power is given to you. Calculate how much it would cost to buy the same amount of energy from the main electricity board. Which formula is it? Nice, Disha. है ना? डर गए क्या? अरे कुछ नहीं है यार इसमें. Power is given to you, time is given to you, and kilowatt hours price is given to you. It's a aptitude question if I tell you the truth. So what is happening over here? Energy is power into time. Power is 2 kilowatt. Time is 3 hours. 6 kilowatt hour. 1 kilowatt hour का price 3.5. 6 kilowatt hour का 6 into ये 21 रुपए आ गया. Was it for this question? I don't think so. So don't worry, Vishika. We'll do it. Yes, 21 rupees. Simple question, right? What was that? I mean, calculation was very easy. I mean, I don't know. Yes. From where to start? यहाँ से start करो. The day you wake, that is the, that's morning for you, I would say. So, come on. Next question. Yes, okay. No, all question not be case study. Section C is case study. Come on. This was an optional question, right? Sorry, no, this was not an optional question. Next one is, a student boils water in electric kettle for 20 minutes. Using the same main supply, he wants to reduce the boiling time of water. Again, don't be scared of the language, I'm telling you. Questions are easy, language might be tricky. To do so, should he increase or decrease the length of the heating element? This is kind of a good question. I'll tell you, don't worry. So, पहली चीज क्या बोला गया आपको? What he has is, he has a electric kettle and he is using to boil water for 20 minutes. Okay. Now this using the same main supply. इस term का मतलब क्या है? Nice. I can see correct answers over there. Very good. First of all, focus. What is the meaning of this? Same main supply. Supply से क्या आ रहा है? Voltage, current. Voltage आ रहा है. This voltage coming to you means that voltage is constant. The same main supply is being used to reduce the boiling time of water. Okay. There's a very big hint given the question. I'm telling you. He should increase or decrease the length. Nice. Everybody is giving degrees. Very good. So the answer is same main supply here. V is same. You have to do what? H is V square upon R into T. Now, to reduce the boiling time, using the same main supply, the rate of heat production should be large. How to increase H? H को R को कम करके या R को बढ़ा के? R को कम करके. And resistance is directly proportional to length. So, if you decrease the length, right? Since voltage is constant, resistance should be decreased and it is directly proportional to length. So, length कम कर दो. Yes, very good guys. Nice. Brilliant people are here. Nice. So, marks are 2. That's why. The same main supply. Experiment. Yogi, experiment shots are coming, right? So, comment in the below the video what experiment shots you want. So, we'll do it, don't worry. R ko kam karke. Very good, guys. Chalo. Circuit based question. And this is also a very easy question. If I know you, the way you guys answered in the concept capsule sessions means you know this question very well. So, come on, do it very quickly. In the above circuit, if the circuit current reading is 2 ampere, what is the value of R1? क्या करना क्या है? What is given to you? Only R1. Same main supply means Aishwarya, same voltage. Length is directly proportional to resistance. R equals rho L upon A, right? So that's why proportional to length. Okay. अभी सोने का time नहीं है शिवम. Yes. So what do we have? This R1 is unknown. But what is given to you? Current reading in the ammeter. Where is ammeter? Here. Means you have to find the current going through this, right? So what will you start? You will start solving. Nice, Disha. Very good. So, oh nice. We are getting answers. So what will happen? Come on. Pehli cheez. You will start with this, right? 5, 10 and R1. These three are in parallel, correct? Alright, we'll start with this. So how to go for parallel? Simple, right? If there are 3 resistance, 4 resistance, it is what? 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Simple. You know this. I'm not going to repeat this. You will start with this. You will solve it and you will get 3 by 10 plus 1 upon R1. Right? Thank you, Noor. Then again you will solve it. You will find RP. Why? Removing all these 3, you are saying there is only one resistance called as RP. And that is something you are finding. So RP is 10 R1 upon 3 R1 plus 10. Alright. Now, your circuit now is 6 RP, 6 the ammeter and the battery, right? So this is my new circuit. 6 and 6 are in series. RP is in series, means 12 plus the RP1, right? Shamoon? अरे आंसर अच्छा दो, नाम आ ही जाएगा इसमें क्या है, right? Okay. V equals IR, correct? Then R equivalent equals 30 by 2, 15. So Dipali 30 नहीं है, divide by 2 you forgot. Okay? Why you forgot divide by 2? Because 15 is the answer of R equivalent, right? And then R1 is 30. Yeah, sorry, my bad. I thought you were giving answer of this one. So when you will solve it, you will get R1 as 30 ohms, correct? So you know 15, 30, 15, 30, it gets confusing sometimes. Alright. 155 to nahi hai. So every step counts, right? Every step will give you marks. Now, there were options in this question. If you don't want to go for this question, if you feel it's difficult or taking more time, or it's more calculation based, you can go for this one also. Now, this one is, ये तो मतलब बहुत ही आसान है, right? Tavan, there was nothing. It was very easy, right? Yes. ठीक है. So, Tavan, कुछ नहीं था उसमें. There was just circuit solving. Look at here. ठीक है. Focus. Huda, don't worry. उसमें क्या हुआ था? There was nothing, right? First of all, focus at the 3 parallel ones. This was R1, right? तीनों को solve किया. Can you solve 3 parallel resistances? You can. How? 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. ठीक है. Then what happens? You remove these 3. You put a series one. एक और series, one more series. That's it. And that's how you get these 3 in series, and you put them equal to the current given to you, right? Simple. So last question was all about this. But this question, can you answer this question without even raising your pen? Come on, think. Calculate the total resistance of circuit and find the total current in the circuit. Total resistance. So first of all, I'll just do it orally. 6, 4, 6 and 4 series 10. All right. 10 and 10 in parallel means 5. 7 and 5 in series means 12. 24 volts. 24 by 12 is 2 amperes. Answer आ गया. Right? Right? It was easy. So if you want to solve it, but this is a subjective exam, so you have to solve it step by step. You will start with 6 and 10 are in series, so that's why this will be 10 ohms, right? Okay. You got 0.5 marks for this. Then you started with, this was 5 ohm, this was 7 ohm. I mean 10 and 10 were in parallel. 10 into 10 upon 10 plus 10 means 100 upon 20 means 5, right? Thank you, Archit. 7 and 5 series, 12 ohms, equivalent resistance is 12 ohms. What did you get? You got 12 ohms, right? And you got 0.5 and 1 mark for this. And finally you found the current, and for this you got 1 mark, and total is 3 marks. Simple, right? So if I were you in your place, right, what would I have done? I would have chosen this question. I mean, this is easier than the last question. Okay, fine. Math paper discussion in 9 minutes. Come on, last question. Ansari sir was demonstrating an experiment in his class with setup as shown in the figure. Again, the game is of the language. Question to aasan hai, it's all about language. So focus. Come on. A magnet is attached to a spring. The magnet can go in and out of the stationary coil. Kaise? Spring क्या करता है? What a spring does? If you stretch something and release it, it will go up and down, up and down, up and down, right? Correct? Yes. You were asking this question yesterday also. Study changes life. I remember. The magnet can go in and out of the stationary coil. He lifted the magnet and released it to make it oscillate through the coil. All right. What he did? He lifted the magnet, released it to make it oscillate through the coil. Fine. Based on your understanding of the phenomena, answer the following questions. What is the principle which Ansari sir is trying to demonstrate? Kaun sa hai? What is the principle? Nice, Charvi. Very good. Manoranjan, nice. Energy. Don't talk in terms of energy, first of all. The phenomena. I understand. We haven't discussed this in the concept capsules yet. But still, you know it. Come on. Nice, Nikesh. Very good. Yes, Manoranjan. Electromagnetic induction. Changing flux, right? When a magnet comes close to a coil and it should change its position, then we say the flux is changing. Then we say there is going to be, yes. Nice, Sudesh. अरे ये मत लड़ो यार, कौन पहले दिया था? It's good. You all are giving correct answer. That's important. ठीक है? So what happens? Spring, moving magnet, stationary coil, and galvanometer. But can you tell me? अच्छा ठीक है. That's the next question. So for the answer of first question is, sir is trying to demonstrate the principle of electromagnetic induction, which all of you gave the correct answer. Very good. Now, part B. What will be observed when the magnet starts oscillating through the coil, and explain the reason behind the observation. Now, tell me. What is the magnet doing? Magnet is going in and out of the coil, correct? What is the observation on the galvanometer? Tell me. Come on. Thank you, Rohan. Bolo. Okay, Sudesh. Yes, you're right. Marks, 1 marks, 1 mark. Yes. Galvanometer, needle will deflect. Yes, Charvi. But what is unique? It will go like this. If this is the center point, the needle will go like this. Why? Because direction one time is going in, next time is going out. So that's why. Yes? The answer would be yes. Galvanometer deflects like this, right? It deflects back and forth. Why does it do it? Because changing the magnetic field around the coil generates induced current in the coil. For both of them, you will get 0.5 marks. There was C, right? One more. Consider the situation where the magnet goes in and out of the coil. This is happening, right? Yes, hello. State two changes which could be made to increase up. How to increase the deflection, how to increase the current produced, how to increase the EMF produced. कैसे होगा? Two ways. Tell me the two ways. Okay, come on. Two ways. The two ways are, first is either you increase the strength of the magnet. Second is either you increase, very good Sukhjot. बहुत सही. Yes. Yes. Nice. Amount of displacement, speed of displacement I'm saying, that is one more way. But you have been asked two ways, right? So, what will happen? Strength of magnet and number of turns of the coil. So, using a stronger magnet and using a coil with more number of turns, right? If you increase the speed, what will happen? Yes, faster. That is also one thing, but don't focus on that. Two easy ones are magnet ka strength and number of turns in the coil. Yes, using more electrons. Alright, so this will give you 2 marks. Now, there was an alternate question for the option number C. Is there any difference in the observation in the galvanometer when the magnet swings in and out? Justify your answer. So, C option or the C part had one more choice. Is there any difference in the observation in the galvanometer when the magnet swings in and out? Actually, it was the same. They just gave you a different language, right? Same thing was there. Iska kya hai? When the magnet moves into the coil, galvanometer shows a momentary deflection towards one side. Andar jate hue, going inside, there is deflection on one side. Coming out is deflection on another side, right? Towards another side. And this is due to changing magnetic field associated with the coil. As the magnet moves in and out and changing field around it generates electric current, right? It's okay. If you are not able to understand this very properly, concept capsules are going. Or tomorrow session be at 6:30, right? So I think with this, I would say physics is done. And so hold on. Right now it's just me. I have to call everyone, and then we can say we have got you covered. All right. So we have got you covered, and we tell this to you every time. I'm poor bhi ho gaya bolte. But don't worry. You know this.
Quick things. All the current sessions are going to be happening next week, and everybody 10th grade, we've got you covered. We're going to start new series. Please stick around, and also your friends in 8th and 9th grade. We're doing a lot of things, foundation, etc. Yeah, I'm going in rapid fire mode. So yeah, be there. We have like 2 minutes for the next session. Please take a break and then come back for the math session. All right, see you around. Yeah.
Upcoming session is maths. You have seen this. Bye. Enjoy.
Bye.
Right?
Thank you so much.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yes, BYJU'S has you covered.